Hello and welcome to Olympus High School located in Holiday, Utah, where the Olympus Titans are about to take on the East Leopards in a UHSAA 5A second round playoff matchup. My name is Mark Schwartz. Alongside me is
Calvin Fuller.
And we'll be your commentators this evening. Let's meet the teams. The 19th seeded East Leopards upset the 14th seeded Salem Hills in the first round, 51-44. Mia Tarver led the Leopards with 13 points and 3 triples. But East also got a solid scoring night from its role players, with 4 players scoring in double figures. This East team is perhaps the most physical and high-energy team in 5A. That will be on full display tonight against the Titans. It'll be interesting to see how Olympus handles that physicality. For Olympus, the Titans powered through Park City 73-20 on Tuesday. BYU commit Alyssa Blank led the third-seeded Titans with 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 makes from downtown. We'll see if the 5A MVP candidate can continue her dominance tonight against the Leopards. Let's jump into some game storylines. We'll start with the previous matchups between these two teams. Because of their region relationship, these teams have met twice, and East has been Olympus's victim in both those games. The Titans won both matchups. In the first game, Olympus went on the road and pulled out the win 62-44 thanks to a 21-point quarter in the third. Olympus had its best rebounding game of the season with 47 boards, tied for a team season high. The second matchup turned into a shootout, but the Lady Titans pulled out the home win 73-56. Blank had a monster night with 21 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 three-pointers. The main constant between the two games is without question the elevated play of Mary Sheets. The senior guard is averaging 20.5 points and 3 threes against the Leopards. After being a quieter contributor in the last 3 games, Sheets could be primed for another enormous night tonight against East. Calvin, what do the Titans need to do to get Mary Sheets involved offensively?
Just pass the ball around more, make sure Mary Sheets is in a good position, and so she can get the open shots and be able to do what she has been doing against East in the last 2 games.
I think for Sheets, she doesn't need to force anything. She needs to come out tonight. She needs to find her spots. Find those open spots on the perimeter. East has left open some three-point shooters this year, and Mary Sheets in particular has taken advantage of that. She's also got to be not afraid to attack the basket. That's something she's done very well against the Leopards the previous 2 matchups, and she can do it again here tonight. Let's look at the other side and at Mia Tarver. Mia Tarver is the top option on this East team with 15.4 points, 5 rebounds, and 4.2 steals per game. Tarver leads the Leopards in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Mia is the engine of this East offense because of her elite ability to penetrate the paint and finish or get fouled. Tarver has torn it up against Olympus this season, averaging 18.5 points per game against the Titans. However, Tarver's ability to drive and score has been East's only consistent offensive option when matched up with Olympus. If Mia can get her teammates involved like she did against Salem Hills, East has a good shot to continue its playoff Cinderella run. And Calvin, what have you seen from Mia Tarver? You watched her play a couple weeks ago in this gym against Olympus. What did you see from her in that game?
I think she was just able to take advantage of Olympus's mishaps and was just a good play overall, and just scoring from the 3 and inside.
What do you think she can do tonight to get her other teammates involved, like Olivia Tausinga, Ty Lee, Sarah Maxfield?
Just pass around the court and make good passes, and so they can be open.
Let's move on to one of the biggest game storylines, and that is Avi Karen's injury. Avi Karen suffered a season-ending hand injury last week against Skyline. In the 2 last matchups against East, Avi Karen was the main defender for Olympus and was matched up on Mia Tarver. Without their top wing defender, the Titans will have to find someone else to step up and slow down Tarver. Brooklyn Davies and Abby Topham will both have to be big tonight. Their individual roles will change depending on what defensive scheme Olympus runs. That brings us to our next game storyline of the 1-3-1 zone. Against Park City, Olympus ran a 1-3-1 zone with Abby Topham at the top of the key, with Alyssa Blank in the middle, Davies and Stringham to either wing, and Mary Sheets down low. This defense enables Olympus to trap the ball handler as soon as she crosses half court, which forces a ton of turnovers. Olympus secured 20 steals against the Miners, including 5 from Abby Topham. Coach Hunsaker will be faced with a very difficult decision, though. The 1-3-1 zone worked great against Park City, but East is a completely different animal. The Leopards have the weapons to attack the 1-3-1 zone in Mia Tarver and Ty Lee. Both these players, especially Mia Tarver, have the ability to break the 1-3-1 zone with dribble penetration, and both Tarver and Lee can knock down the corner 3, which is the main weakness of the 1-3-1 zone, because you don't have a defender covering the corner specifically. Calvin, do you think Coach Hunsaker should stick with the 1-3-1 zone, or should she switch back to a traditional 2-3 zone or man-to-man?
I think it just depends on how East is playing. If they're just able to shoot at the 3 and just go past the 1-3-1 zone, I say just go back to a more traditional thing. But if East is not shooting from the 3 that well, just go with a 1-3-1 zone.
So the other options are the 2-3 zone and man-to-man. The 2-3 zone allows you to protect the paint a lot better, but it's a little bit more conservative, and especially without Avi Karen, Olympus can't force those turnovers they need to get their offense going. With man-to-man, you can put a little bit more pressure on the ball and you can force more turnovers, but it leaves the paint vulnerable. So I think Coach Hunsaker will stick with the 1-3-1 tonight. It combines both of those and their strengths, and it gives you more pressure on the ball and a more likelihood to force turnovers, while also keeping either Blank or Topham in the paint to protect the basket from Mia Tarver. Calvin, what does East need to do tonight to beat this Olympus team? This Olympus team, the 3rd seed in 5A. They're one of the best teams in 5A and possibly in the state. What do the Leopards need to do to pull off the upset?
Well, tonight, during our keys of the game, they'll just need to limit the offense production of Alyssa Blank and Mary Sheets. The number 3 scorer for Olympus in the last meeting was Avi Karen with 10 points. Like Mark mentioned, she's out with an injury. East will not need to worry about her as she is out for the season. East will need to be more aggressive on the defensive end of the court, limit Olympus to only 1 shot per possession. In the last game against East, Blank and Topham had 13 and 10 rebounds respectively. They need to limit Olympus on the rebounds as they had 44 as a team. East also needs to get more scoring out of the 3 to 6 players on the team. Limit the turnovers as Olympus will turn those into points with the fast break and just with being productive on offense. If all things come together tonight and Olympus has a bad night, we could see East with the win.
Let's talk about that rebounding for a little bit. That's one of our game storylines. Olympus has been a solid rebounding team, and there are 2 aspects of that storyline coming into tonight. Olympus is averaging an incredible 45.5 rebounds a game against the Leopards this season. Abby Topham and Alyssa Blank alone have combined for 23+ in both games against the Leopards. Avi Karen has also been dominating on the boards against the Leopards, snagging 7 rebounds in both matchups. That brings us to the second aspect of this rebounding discussion, and that's how the Titans have been affected by the loss of Avi Karen. And one of the main impacts has been that Olympus has been less dominant on the rebounding category. This was especially apparent against Park City, a game where the Miners secured several more offensive rebounds than anyone was expecting. In their 2 regular season games against Park City, the Titans averaged 40.5 team rebounds. On Tuesday, the Titans only got 27. That is about a 33% decrease. As stated before, Olympus dominated East on the boards in the prior 2 matchups. If the trend from the Park City game continues tonight, Olympus could find itself in a heap of trouble. While we don't want to overreact to one poor rebounding performance, if Olympus doesn't come out and crash the boards hard tonight and dominate like they have in the past 2 games, East might find itself in a spot where they can make a play in this game and take down the Titans. Calvin, let's go back to your keys to the game. What does Olympus need to do tonight to beat the Leopards?
More of the same from the past 2 games against East. With Avi Karen out for the rest of the season, Olympus will need someone else to step up on the defensive side of the ball. In the last game against East, Avi Karen had 7 rebounds for Olympus and will need to replace that production. I'm not worried about missing her offensive production from last time. There are others that can step up and have a great night. More offensive production from Topham, Davies, and Stringham will help. Not only tonight, but going forward in the playoffs if Olympus wins. Olympus needs to keep going strong on the defensive end of the court. On Tuesday, Olympus had 27 rebounds against Park City. They have been solid in that category all season long. In my opinion, Olympus needs to make a track meet early. Run East fast and hard in the first quarter to get them tired. Shoot often and early. This has been a key part of the current win streak. Finish at the rim. Get the layups to go in with consistency early. The last key is going to who is going to step off. The last key is going to step off. Who is going to step off the bench? We know that Josh Baker will be a key player, but who else is ready for the big time? Mark, who do you think will step up tonight?
I think it's Riley Rice. She was so good against Park City. She put up 6 points, 2 steals, and a block. And she replaced Avi Karen pretty well in the rotation. Tonight is going to be a much different game for her. She is going to be playing against a team that is much more physical and a lot more experienced than that minor team. But I think Riley has gotten her feet wet in the last 2 games. And tonight, she's just going to expand and grow into that rotational role even more. Calvin, who do you think is going to step up tonight off the bench for the Titans?
I will say Riley Rice. I think she has done really well in the last 2 games and has not been as good as Avi Karen, but has been getting to where Avi Karen has been for the Titans in the past couple of games.
Some other options are Kaylee Trabanino. She, I think, could get a lot of playing time tonight. We saw her warming up with the varsity squad. She's a good ball handler, good scorer, and if Olympus needs some offense off the bench, you could go to her. Taylor Rosander adds some nice size and length, and so you could protect the paint while still keeping Topham up top in the 1-3-1 zone. But her offensive game is a little bit more limited than Rice or Trabanino. But we could see all 3 of those have big nights tonight against the Leopards. Our other game storylines include Olympus's winning streak. The Titans have won 9 games in a row, all against region opponents. And the Titans take on another region opponent tonight. Calvin, do you think Olympus will continue their dominance tonight? And if so, how are they going to do that?
I think they will continue their dominance tonight. I think it will come from outside the perimeter and those threes, and whenever they're able to take advantage of the inside the paint and get those easy layups from fast breaks or whatever else.
And in the win streak, their offense has been on an entirely different level. By far the best offense in 5A, I would say, in the last 9 games. They're averaging 67.4 points per game in the win streak, and they have been incredible. The outside shooting of Mary Sheets, Alyssa Blank, and Brooklyn Davies have all taken an uptick. And Brooklyn Davies, especially in the last 2 games, she's hit 2 threes in back-to-back games. And that's something that I think is really good to see out of your starting point guard. She's someone who's replacing Avi Karen's offensive production. Calvin, what do you think Brooklyn Davies needs to do tonight to get herself going offensively?
I think offensively, she just needs to be able to get into the paint and just try to score inside the paint and within the perimeter.
I think that's a great comment. Brooklyn Davies, she's been so good the last couple of games, getting inside and finishing. She shot well from the outside, but don't go to that first. Slash to the rim, get to the rim, finish, and then you can open it up from the outside. That'll do it for our pre-game coverage. We'll step aside for our national anthem and starting lineups, and then we'll be right back with Olympus playoff basketball.
What so proudly we hailed at the
Welcome back to Olympus playoff basketball on OlyTV. We're about to get underway. If you missed your starting lineups for East, number 1, Mia Tarver. Number 2, Olivia Tausinga. Number 5, Sarah Maxfield. Number 13, Tai Lee. Number 14, Fane Puletau. For Olympus, number 12, Brooklyn Davies. Number 13, Mary Sheets. Number 15, Alyssa Blank. Number 21, Sarah Stringham. And number 25, Abby Topham. Topham and Maxfield tip it off at center court, and we're underway. Titans control the tip, and Sarah Stringham has it in the left corner. Brooklyn Davies with it. Now Topham hands back to Davies. Swings over to Sheets, right wing, guarded by Tausinga. Topham passes to Davies, looking inside, throws wide out to Topham, finds Sheets in the corner. Gets inside pass, Puletau. We're gonna get a foul charge on Mary Sheets. That's an early foul on Sheets. She struggled a lot recently with foul trouble. Calvin, what can Mary Sheets do to try to avoid getting into foul trouble tonight?
I think she just needs to be more cautious about where the East players are around her.
Maxfield swings to Tarver, averaging 15.4 points per game for this Leopards squad. Puletau picks the ball off up the ground. Tausinga has it right wing. Drives on Stringham. Throws out, free throw line. Jay on the way, splash for Puletau. And it's 2-0 Leopards. Sarah Stringham open, 3 on the way, rattles around and out. And Tai Lee brings it up for East.
I like what I've been seeing from East so far in this game.
Tausinga with it. Steps back, throws out to Tarver. Deep, 3 on the way, no good. And Topham rebounds.
I think with Olympus's defense, that East is gonna have a hard time being able to shoot and just try for deep threes.
Tai Lee gets inside, and great defense from Brooklyn Davies. Sheets brings it up for the Titans. Pulls up from deep, 3 on the way, give her 3! Mary Sheets starting off hot.
That did not give a lot of time for East to react to the Mary Sheets.
Puletau goes up on Topham, and we got a foul on Abby Topham. Two shots coming for Fane Puletau.
Her shot earlier was exactly where she was, almost.
Puletau is a 52% free throw shooter. First one is up and good. Second one is short, and the rebound controlled by Olympus. Brooklyn Davies has it in the front court. Pass is tipped out by Tai Lee. It'll stay Olympus possession.
Olympus is able to easily pass the ball very far around the court.
The inlet pass from from Alyssa Blank is over the head of Abby Topham. Turnover Titans. Tai Lee throws over to Tausinga. Now Tarver with it. Maxfield, deep left wing, throws over to Tarver. Working on Davies. Spins inside to the baseline, gets to the rim, layup no good. Topham high points the rebound. Blank, throw ahead, tipped out by Tausinga.
Just an unfortunate pass there for the Titans.
Sheets with it. Finds Brooklyn Davies, rotates to Stringham, into Blank. Finds a cutting Mary Sheets. She's cut off, throws back into Blank, floater up and in. And Olympus leads it 5-3 in the first quarter. Tarver throws into Puletau. Little jumper on the way, perfect. And she's got 4 points for the Leopards. Sheets, quick release, 3 on the way, no good. And it'll be East basketball.
Just a fast break there. And the three just was no good.
Tausinga working on Stringham, kicks out to Tarver. Now Maxfield with it. Tausinga gets inside, past Topham, layup, no good, and Tarver rips down the offensive rebound and draws the foul. They're going to call an offensive loose ball foul on Mia Tarver, so it'll actually be Olympus possession.
It was hard for East there to drive into the paint and go for a layup.
Brooklyn Davies brings it up for Olympus. Throws up to Blank to break the trap. Back to Davies. Finds Stringham on the left wing. To Davies. 3 on the way. Rattles around and won't go down. And Ty Lee pushes the other way for East. Mia Tarver with it. Working on Davies. Goes inside, floats. Off the handle, no good. And Alyssa Blank throws ahead to Mary Sheets. Finds a rolling Abby Topham. They swing out to Stringham. 3 on the way, no good. An offensive rebound, Olympus. Jump ball. Duakoy forces it on Abby Topham, and it'll be East basketball.
Unfortunate break there for the Titans.
Tie game with under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Lee dumps inside. Now Tausinga with it, left wing. Back over to Lee. Duakoy dumps inside. Drives past Topham, layup no good. Offensive board, Topham got a block. And Brooklyn Davies controls the loose ball.
Defense great on that play, not able to have the East players score.
Brooklyn Davies gets inside, off the window and in. Going inside just like the doctor ordered. And Olympus has a 2-point lead. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Galvin, what are you seeing from East and Olympus to start off this game?
For Olympus, their defense is great in the inside the paint and not allowing East to be able to go for a layup. They've also been able to go for the open 3 when East is just not defending them there. And fast breaks is a key too. For East, they're just having a hard time against Olympus in the paint, and I think they could just go and try for 3s. Because I think that's where they'll be able to find something.
Olympus finding a lot of gaps on the perimeter in that transition offense, and they're getting open 3s out of it. They're playing a man zone right now against the Leopards, and it's worked pretty well. Only 5 points for East in this first quarter. Mia Tarver really hasn't gotten going, but still finding her groove here. Her 3 rattles out. The throw ahead to Sheets is too far, and it's tipped out of bounds. Another turnover on Olympus. Puletau checks back in for East. She's been an interesting matchup with Topham. Topham has the height advantage. Puletau has the strength advantage, and she's able to get her way inside and get to the rim. We'll see if they give her the ball here. They throw it into her, and Topham steals. Mary Sheets racing ahead for the Titans. In the lane, will draw the foul and won't go down, but she'll get 2 free throws. 3 points for Sheets so far.
53% the free throw line for Sheets, as she drains the free throw. We are seeing East here going into the bench early. Olympus has not gone into the bench yet.
And East, they have a lot of depth, and they run very deep rotations. For Olympus against Park City, they didn't go to their bench until the second quarter. I'd expect the same here. Mia Tarver sets up the offense. We're gonna get a timeout. East will draw up a play with 1:51 to go in the first quarter. Calvin, offensively for East, only 5 points. What can they do to get going a little bit more?
Well, like I said earlier, I think they could try shooting from the outside. Last time we saw that happen, whoever it was did not make a three-pointer, but I do think that's something where they could find some more points. Drive in where you can and go for the shot.
For Olympus, their offense, 9 points in the quarter. Seems like it's been a little sloppy, but they have been able to get points on the board. You would love to be in double figures in this quarter, and I think you got to take a few more threes. You got to find those open shots, get to the rim, or take threes. Worst case scenario, I think you got to give it to Alyssa Blank and let her go get you a bucket. We will return to action here shortly as Olympus breaks huddle.
I expect Olympus to start going into the bench starting in the second quarter. I think if you're Olympus, what Coach Hunsaker might be trying to do is have the main 5 players that start just try to score a lot of points so they can be ahead.
Maxfield with it for the Leopards. Now Tarver drives on Davies, gets inside, wild shot up, no good. And Alyssa Blank takes it the other way. The throw ahead to Topham under the basket, kicks out to Sheets. Pass off the mark, and it'll be a turnover on the Titans. Again, another sloppy transition possession. And Olympus, if they find themselves down in this game after this first quarter, they can come back and point at those sloppy possessions as why they're struggling in this game. Tausinga goes up, and her layup rattles home, 9-7 with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Davies swings over to Sheets. Looking inside to Topham, finds her right to the rim, layup good. Abby Topham with great positioning down low to get that layup.
I feel like this game is more close just because A.V. Karen not playing, but I could be wrong.
Brooklyn Davies, who's been assigned to Mia Tarver so far tonight, she's done a great job. Mia Tarver has not scored, but East finding production elsewhere, especially out of Fane Puletau.
East just wasting the clock here. Remember, next year they're not going to be able to do that. 35-second shot clock in every game for Varsity.
Lee kicks over to Tarver. 3 on the way. Bang! Mia Tarver puts her first points on the board.
And that's exactly what I said East to do.
And we got a jump ball after Topham hits the deck. Topham not happy about it. Wanted a foul. It'll stay Olympus basketball, though. And Alyssa Blank will send it in from the baseline. Throws it out for Stringham. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Brooklyn Davies finds Sheets. Corner. 3 on the way. No good. Topham. Offensive board. Back up and in. And Topham with 4 points in the quarter. Olympus ends the first period up by 3. A fun first quarter of action. Calvin, what did you see from the Olympus Titans there in that first quarter?
I thought I saw, offensively, I saw them take the threes and were able to sometimes get into the paint when East, their defense wasn't as good. For East, I have seen that they haven't really taken many shots outside of the perimeter and mostly inside the paint. but we are seeing more of the three-pointers that I would like them to make.
Mia Tarver hit that three at the end of the first quarter to get going. That's going to be a storyline, though. Only 3 points in the first quarter for Mia Tarver. She's got to get going tonight if East wants to stay in this one. Olympus, they have got to control the transition turnovers. They've had a couple sloppy passes, and that's what's keeping them off the board right now. They've had a lot of opportunities to score, and they've got to take advantage of that in the second quarter. Olympus is going to go to their bench to start off the second quarter. Joss Baker will check in. That'll add a little bit of height to this Olympus squad. Sarah Stringham, only 5'5", a good defender, great wing player, but not the 5'11" Joss Baker. Baker, just a freshman, has a lot of potential. Step back three, Tausinga off the back iron, won't go. We got a foul on Sarah Maxfield. Brooklyn Davies facing the trap from the Leopards. Sheets splits the double team, swings inside the Topham, takes a bump, and she'll go to the line.
A double team is something we have not seen yet in this game. Maybe something that they think could work against Olympus.
Right now, East is only running that double team as a trap at about half court to pressure the ball handler for Olympus. Titans have handled it well so far tonight, though. Topham no good on the free throw. And she's getting opportunities at the rim tonight that we haven't seen in the past couple games. She's doing very well, 4 points and a free throw trip here. She rattles home the second. So Abby Topham, 5 points. Tarver with it, working on Davies. Kicks to the corner. Pule Tau's three on the way, rattles it home. She is on fire. 8 points for Fane Peletua. Joss Baker, little floater up and in. Oh, and Brooklyn Davies. Not a good sign. Her left knee. She will jog to the other side of the court, and she appears to be all right. We know how much pain that knee gives her. She's wearing the sleeve on it, the brace. We hope Brooklyn Davies is all right. What a pass, though, to find Joss Baker there. And Olympus up by 3.
In the past, Davies has had problems with her knee. We hope that she is all right.
Tarver gets inside, loses the dribble. Off of Tarver, out of bounds. Brooklyn Davies throws ahead to Abby Topham, blank with it. Guarded by Tarver. They swing over to Sheets. Back to Davies, open. 3 on the way, off the back rim. And Sheets steps out of bounds in her attempt to save the loose ball. Good effort, though, for the Titans. East will take it the other way.
Mary Sheets, 5 points tonight. Remember, last 2 games against East, Mary Sheets has exploded with a lot of points.
The pass inside is picked off by Brooklyn Davies, and Olympus out in transition again. It's going to be off of Mia Tarver, out of bounds. Again, another sloppy possession in transition, giving up an opportunity to score in the fast break. Davies to inbound, gets it into Topham right at the rim, layup good. Abby Topham with 7 points. She's been dominant inside so far tonight. Lee with it, throws over to Tarver. 18-13 our score, 3 on the way, no good. And Joss Baker tracks down the rebound.
Gotta get these points to separate from East if you're Olympus.
Davies with it, drives inside to the rim, layup good. Brooklyn Davies getting inside and finishing once again. And Olympus finding scoring from everyone. Joss Baker with 2 points. Brooklyn Davies with 4. Mary Sheets with 5. Alyssa Blank with 2. And Abby Topham with 7. A great start to the second quarter for Olympus. They're on a 7-3 run currently. And if you're East, what are you talking about right now in the huddle, Calvin?
I think you're talking about how you can just be able to find more points against Olympus. Olympus just defending so well, and offensively they're just scoring a lot of points with each player.
Lee will bring it up for the Leopards. To Okoye, swings over to Tarver, working on Davies. Gets inside, kicks out. Lee, 3 on the way, perfect! Ty Lee knocks down a triple. And East has now hit 3 from behind the arc. Brooklyn Davies gets inside again, off the window, and 1, Brooklyn Davies. After taking a hard fall, coming down hard on that left knee, she has exploded for now 4 points and a chance for 1 more here at the free throw line.
Brooklyn Davies is 74% at the free throw line, decent free throw shooter.
Free throw up and perfect. 8 points for Davies on the night. Lee drives inside on Stringham. We're gonna get a foul on Sarah Stringham. Two shots coming for Lee. She's a 62% free throw shooter. She buries the first one. Second one is up and in as well. And it's a 5-point Olympus lead. Titans in a dogfight in the first half. Sarah Stringham swings into Blank. Double team, finds Joss Baker, wide open layup. What a pass, and Alyssa Blank showing her incredible court vision.
Great passes and just able to get the layup over the East Leopards.
Lee with it, drives on Stringham. Swings over to Tarver. Working on Davies, gets inside. Tausinga guarded by Topham. 3 on the way, banks it home. Olivia Tausinga adds another 3 to the Leopards total. 4-point game.
East is doing exactly what I said for them to do, and that is scoring 3s.
Joss Baker gets inside, wild shot won't go. And Tausinga takes it the other way for the Leopards. Drives on Topham, gets inside, layup no good. Alyssa Blank goes the other way for Olympus. Deep 3, Blank, no good. And it's Leopards basketball. Alyssa Blank will check out and Mary Sheets back in for the Titans. Lee with it. It appears East is trying to have Mia Tarver get more off-ball offense. Boulay Tao working on Baker. Baker tips it away, and it's a steal for the Titans.
If you're Olympus, make most of these opportunities and score points that will help you get away from the Leopards.
Sheets' pass inside is picked off, and East will take it the other way. Ty Lee brings it up. Tausinga guarded by Topham. Step back, 3 on the way, no good. And Mary Sheets throws ahead to Sarah Stringham. Drives inside, pass Puletau. Bump, no call, and East with it. Tarver drives on Davies, gets inside, shot off the rim, no good.
So far tonight, East is looking dangerous with those 3-pointers outside the perimeter.
Davies with it. Throws over to Sheets. Now Stringham gets the play from Coach Hunsaker. Sheets, top of the key. Over to Stringham. Gets a pick from Baker. Swings back to Baker. The pass is outside, and it's going to go East ball.
East is showcasing why they were able to upset Salem Hills the other day.
Olivia Tausinga with it. Goes away from the pick, kicks to the corner. Poulet Tau's three, no good. And Alyssa Blank throws ahead to Joss Baker in transition. Layup rattles out. Tausinga pushing the other way for the Leopards. By Davies, shot up, no good. We're gonna get a blocking foul on Brooklyn Davies. Tausinga at the line.
Tausinga is 45% at the free throw line.
Her free throw rattles around and won't go down. Shimoda in for Davies. It's the first time Davies has sat this entire first half, getting some much needed rest, but Olympus having to go to their bench. Shimoda, she's gotten some varsity experience, but mostly in garbage time when Olympus is up big. Now she's getting her playoff debut in a three-point game against a tough Leopard squad. Blank. Back to Sheets. Working on Lee. Gets by Lee. Kicks out to Stringham. Three on the way. Rattles out. And we've got a loose ball foul on East. It'll stay Titan basketball.
If you're one of the JV players, I'd tell you just to step up and try to make your presence shown. Become the seventh scoring option for the Titans.
Sheets to inbound. Gets it into Baker, under the rim, layup good. And Joss Baker expands the lead back to 5. Tarver, pull up, 3 on the way, no good. And Mary Sheets rebounds. Alyssa Blank with it, loses the ball out of bounds. It's gonna be off of Tarver. Tarver, such a good defender, averaging 4.3 steals per game. Blank will inbound, and East doing a great job putting their best defender on one of the best offensive players in the state, in Alyssa Blank. Sheets drives inside, gonna get a foul on Ty Lee.
Ty Lee not happy about the call.
And with that foul, Olympus will be in the bonus. 1-1 coming for Mary Sheets. So East has 17 fouls, Olympus only with 4. And Sheets will get the first half of the 1-1. Free throw up and good. And a second free throw coming up for Sheets. Knocks it down, 7 points for the Titan shooting guard. Lee with it, drives on Stringham, layup, no good. And Stringham hands to Sheets. She mishandles the dribble and brings it up for the Titans. Sheets kicks over to Baker. Working on Poulet Tau, shot up, no good. Rebound controlled by East. Lee working on Sheets, over to Poulet Tau, 3 on the way, no good. And Baker rebounds for the Titans, under a minute to play in the first half.
Earlier we have seen East draining threes. not working recently.
Blank gets inside, takes the contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Last game I mentioned that Blank is second in the nation for free throws. She is an incredible 92% at the free throw line.
Second free throw up and good for Alyssa Blank. And Olympus is up by 9, in large part due to free throws. They have doubled up the East Leopards in terms of fouls. Only 4 for the Titans, 8 for the Leopards. Mia Tarver with it. She's got Addie Shimoda on her. Tarver going to work, gets inside, right to the rim. Joss Baker sends it back. And it'll stay East basketball with 9.6 to go in the half.
Joss Baker didn't have any blocks last game, but did have 2 steals.
Maxfield rattles home the jumper. And Lee steals the inlet pass. The buzzer will sound. (31-24), our halftime score. Olympus finding a little bit of a footing in that second quarter. Their offense started to flow a little better. And East struggling with some foul difficulties. Mia Tarver still trying to find her rhythm. Only 3 points in that first half. Calvin, what did you see from these two teams in the first half of action?
Early on, I saw East was struggling scoring points, but was still able to score points. Then I saw them being dangerous with the threes. Then later on in the second quarter, they were not able to make those threes that they had been earlier. For Olympus, they were great defensively and were able to shoot from the 3 and able to drive in and go for the layups.
What a half of high school basketball. That'll wrap up our first half coverage. Olympus again leads it 31-24 after an 18-point second quarter. Stay tuned for the second half coming up next. Hello and welcome back to Olympus Basketball on OlyTV. My name is Mark Schwartz. Alongside me is
Calvin Fuller.
And we are your commentators this evening. We have a great one so far tonight. 31-24 our score. Give you a little game summary. Started off very back and forth, each team jockeying for that lead. And Olympus led 13-10 after the first quarter. They were able to expand their lead a little bit in the second quarter and really were showing their dominance a little bit. Still, only a 7-point game though after 2, and we have a great second half in store. Calvin, what did you see in that first half of action?
Olympus was doing everything right with the offense, I thought. I think they were making good three-pointers and just going in and going for the layup and stuff in the paint.
I'd agree. East, they found some rhythm from the outside. 4 triples for the Leopards. Mia Tarver hit a deep one. And Mia Tarver, though, only 3 points in that first half. She is the leading scorer for this Leopards squad, 15.4 points per game so far. Brooklyn Davies has done a great job on her. Calvin, what does East need to do to get Tarver going?
I think they just need to have her shoot more and just try to shoot more, just so she can get in the rhythm, and hopefully that will just get her going.
I think part of it is that Olympus has been protecting the paint so well. Mia Tarver, she hasn't been able to get to the rim and draw foul or finish like we've seen her do so many times this season. For Olympus, they've gone to their bench a little bit. Addie Shimoda and Joss Baker have been the 2 players tonight. Riley Rice, who we saw a lot of last game, has not played so far tonight. Do you think we'll see Rice in this second half, Calvin?
I think we will. I think it just depends on what Coach Honsaker wants to do, started in the third quarter. But I do expect her to see her by game's end.
What did you think of Shimoda's play in that first half?
I thought she did okay with what she had to work with. She wasn't anything spectacular, but I thought she did well with what she had.
Played some tough defense on Mia Tarver, and that was interesting. You're putting a relatively inexperienced player on East's best perimeter player, and Shimoda did great. So Hunsaker having faith in her players, and they are delivering. Brooklyn Davies starts off the second half with the ball. Now Sheets with it, throws over to Topham. Back to Davies. Swings to, nope, keeps it herself, and Davies will call out the play for this Olympus offense. Swings to an open Sheets on the left wing. Back to Davies. Finds a Stringham in the corner, dumps into Topham. It's tipped out. It'll stay Olympus ball. Sheets will have the baseline send in for the Titans. Gets it into Blank. Working on Tarver. Turnaround jumper rattles out. Ball is tipped out of bounds off of Abby Topham. And it'll be East basketball. Ty Lee fires over to Tausinga. Now Tarver with it. Maxfield has Blank assigned to her. Boulay Tau kicks out to Lee. Over to Tausinga, right wing. She's working on Stringham. Now over to Tarver. Davies has done a great job on her. Tarver, deep 2 on the way, too strong. And Sarah Stringham hits the deck, and East controls the offensive board. And Sarah Stringham takes it right back. We're gonna get a foul on Sarah Stringham.
That's 2 hard falls for Puatue.
And they flip it. Loose ball foul on Puletau.
East not able to get into the paint, just able to get around, just able to pass the ball around the perimeter.
And that is a huge foul. Puletau has been arguably the Leopards' best player tonight. She has 4 fouls, so she could sit for a long time. Sheets 3 is no good. Blank saves it into Stringham, and Davies resets.
Every so often, East will let Olympus have an open shot for 3 points.
Davies with it, hands to Stringham. Goes away from the blank pick, gets inside, loses the dribble, and hits the deck. East will take it the other way. Tausinga with it, swings to the corner. Tarver open, 3. Can't get it to go. 3 on the way for Adenoe, and she knocks it down. East pulls within 4. 5 triples on the night for the Leopards. And a turnover for the Titans. East running the other way. Open layup. Lee sticks it up and in. 2-point game. The Leopards on a 5-0 run to open the half. And Olympus is in a dogfight.
Man. East finding their groove with a 3-pointer from Aduni. And then with the layup, everything going right here for the Leopards.
And their rotational pieces, their role players are stepping up. Mia Tarver and Ty Lee haven't had their best nights. Ty Lee with 7 points, having a pretty solid game, but especially Mia Tarver, only 3 points. Their role players, though. Olivia Tausinga has 6. Adoni with 3. And then Pule Tau, just an incredible night so far. She's scoring the basketball well. She's been rebounding well. And she's been a difference maker in this game so far. East surging with her on the bench. We'll see if they can sustain that.
I feel like East is looking dangerous in the playoffs so far. If they could win against Olympus, I think they have a good shot at rattling other teams around 5A.
Sheets will inbound to Davies. Can the guard tandem for this Olympus squad get going? Sheets, 3 on the way. Bang! Mary Sheets answers the call. She has 2 triples on the night. Olympus back up by 5. Tausinga drives, kicks to the corner. Adoni's 3 on the way, kicks off the rim. Davies pushing it ahead in transition, gets right to the rim, layup good! And Olympus answers the Leopards' 5-0 run with a 5-0 run of their own. Tarver with it, working on Davies, kicks out. Adoni swings to Tausinga. Gets inside, foul on Sarah Stringham. And that'll send Tausinga, nope, not to the line. They'll call it on the ground. So Mia Tarver will inbound from the baseline.
Both teams are having good offense. East scoring 5 points in a row. Olympus scoring 5 in a row. Just really good for both teams with the offense.
Ty Lee with it for the Leopards. Sarah Maxfield swings up to Adoni. Quick release, 3 on the way, too strong. And Joss Baker throws it ahead to Mary Sheets. Swings inside to Blank. They double team her. She finds Abby Topham. Pull up jumper, rattles around and out. Mia Tarver takes it the other way. Working on the smaller Davies. Gets inside. We're going to get a foul on Brooklyn Davies. They said Davies got Tarver on the arm. Davies feeling very strongly that she got all ball. Lee with it, swings to Tarver in the corner. 3 on the way, no good. And Baker rebounds. Blank with it. Looking inside, gets to Topham on the perimeter. Now Sheets drives on Adoni, swings over to Blank. Jumper on the way, splash. And Olympus suddenly up 9. Timeout East.
I feel like Alyssa Blank is doing more of the defensive work than offensive work she has been doing earlier in the season. 6 points for Alyssa Blank so far. Don't count her out for offensive production.
A 7-0 run for the Titans. What a explosion out of the timeout for Olympus. What did you see from them, Calvin?
I feel like Olympus has been doing good with the offense so far. and since East had that 5-0 run, coming back strong.
And East, this time out, they have got to respond, just like Olympus did. East punched Olympus in the mouth. Olympus came out, punched East back. Can East respond? That's going to be the question. Olympus took your best punch. Now you got to go throw it again. Can the Leopards do it? 4:03 to go in the third. This is the deciding moment of the game. Where is East going to stick in this? And is it going to be a close game down the stretch? Or can Olympus pull out this lead and feel secure going into the fourth quarter? Lee with it. Hands to Tausinga. Now Tarver working on Davies. Gets a pick from Adoni. Swings over to Tausinga. Step back, 3 on the way. Cash!
Man.
Olivia Tausinga. 6 triples for the Leopards.
Unbelievable quarter for both teams.
Mary Sheets, 3 on the way, in and out. And Ty Lee races ahead for East. Gets inside, floats, and no good.
Ooh.
She takes a hard fall. No call, and it'll be Olympus basketball.
They're making a track meet like the sprinters, just like I was talking about in my pregame.
Brooklyn Davies with it. Over to Mary Sheets. Goes away from the Baker pick. Gets right to the rim. Layup no good. We're going to get a foul on Adoni. 2 shots coming for Mary Sheets. A later whistle there from the refs.
So far tonight, Mary Sheets has scored 10 points.
Free throw up and in for Sheets.
Mary Sheets exploited against East again. Something about this team just works with Mary Sheets.
She's hit 2 triples tonight. Has really helped the Titans build this lead. And 12 points for her. Tausinga, hands to Tarver. Now over to Lee. Back to Tausinga. Working on Baker. Throws inside, picked off by Topham. Davies swings into Sheets. The pass is tipped away by Lee. And we're going to get jump ball. It'll be East basketball via the possession arrow. East having to go into their depth a little bit again due to the foul trouble for Fane Pulatau. Tuakoi dumps down to Tarver. Jumper on the way, rattles it home, and Mia Tarver, her first basket of the second half.
He's still within range of beating Olympus in this game.
Josh Baker with it. Working inside, kicks out to Blank, to Davies. 3 on the way. Rattles home. Brooklyn Davies.
Brooklyn Davies, 25% for 3 points. Not usual Davies to shoot a 3 like that.
Mia Tarver throws over to Sarah Maxwell. She can't finish, and now Brooklyn Davies brings it up for the Titans. Throws ahead to Topham. It's picked off by East. Tausinga, what a great defensive stop. Gets inside, driving, off the window, no good. And Davies slows it down for the Titans with 1:20 to go in the third.
That pace was just crazy, back and forth.
Sheets in the corner. It's a pick from Baker. Now over to Davies. Hands to Blank. Finds Sheets. Open. 3. No good. And Tuakoi takes it the other way for the Leopards. Working on Sheets. Gets inside. Fouled. She'll go to the line. 9-point lead for the Titans. Free throw short for Tuakoi.
Tuakoi is 38% at the free throw line.
Second free throw on the way. It's up and good. And the lead is down to 8. Davies throws over to Shimoda. She swings inside to Blank. Touch pass to Topham. Corner. 3. No good. And Mia Tarver is going to take a bump from Joss Baker. It'll be East basketball. Ty Lee hands to Tarver. Now Tausingo with it. East draining the clock for last shot.
We've seen the strategy of East just wasting the clock.
Tarver with it, working inside, goes up, floats, no good. Topham rebounds. And Brooklyn Davies throws ahead to Shimoda. Back to Davies. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Shimoda, 3 on the way, and it's no good. Olympus ends the third quarter up 43-35. Calvin, what did you see from Olympus in that third quarter?
After East had went on a 5-0 run, they were able to respond with their own 5-0 run, then 7-0. Just great stuff from the Titans offensively.
And that's going to be the defining moment in this game, is when East went on a 5-0 run. The game is down to 2. Coach Shunsaker calls a timeout, and then Olympus explodes off the blocks for a 7-0 run. And that's really how they built this 8-point lead. You're feeling pretty comfortable going into the fourth. But what do you need to change as the Olympus Titans, Calvin?
I don't think you need to change really much of anything. I think as the game goes down, you can put in a person like Riley Rice or Taylor Rosander, get them some playing time, as they can be valuable in the playoffs later on.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. Olympus trying to advance to the quarterfinal round. East trying to spoil the Titans season. The Leopards upset Salem Hills in the first round. Can they pull off the same magic tonight? Shimoda over to Topham. Joss Baker takes a hard fall. We're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on Baker, I believe. Nope, they're just going to say out of bounds, East basketball. Tausinga working on Baker. It's a pick from Tarver, swings into Maxfield. Flies through some Titan hands to get there, but East has possession. Baker tips away and steals. In transition, layup good. And Olympus surges into a double-digit lead.
Joss Baker made most of that opportunity. Awesome what she did.
Lee with it, working on Sheets, dumps into Tarver. Going at Shimoda, gets up, draws the foul.
We've seen a couple of hard hits tonight, mostly from East.
And Mia Tarver, for the first time tonight, going to the free throw line. That has been a staple of hers against the Titans, of getting inside, absorbing the contact, and getting to the line. Her free throw is short. And Davies checks back in for Shimoda.
Olympus really good with their defense, only limiting Mia Tarver to 5 points so far. She averages 15.4 points per game throughout the season.
Second free throw up and in for Tarver. She has 6 points on the night now. Mary Sheets with it. Hands to Davey. No, Topham down low. What a find! Oh, Mary Sheets. Faked the pass out to Davies and dished it right to Topham for the easy lay-in.
What a fake out. Great pass by the Titans.
Tarver gets inside, floats, and can't score. Davies with it. 3 on the way. Short off the front rim. And Tuakoi takes it the other way for the Leopards. She swings inside looking for Lee, and Sheets steals. Davies takes another fall. She gets up, appears to be all right. She took one earlier, came up a little sore on that left knee. Blank swings to Topham, mid-range jumper, too strong. Tao Singa with it. Throws over.
Oh, wow.
Between 2 East players, both Tai Lee and Fane Puli Tao were in the area. Put it right in between both of them.
Too strong of a pass there.
Davies with it for the Titans. Now Sheets back to Davies. Sheets swings to Topham. She lobs it in for Blank, too high. And it'll be East basketball with 5:45 to go, down by 11. Can the Leopards make a run? Tausinga drives on Davies. Head fake, layup, no good. Rebound tipped out, and it's going to be off of Topham, I believe. Nope, they'll signal East, and so Olympus basketball. Davies crosses the timeline. 12 points on the night for her. Sheets has it right wing, guarded by Lee. Swings into Topham, right to the rim. Can't finish the layup. Stick back, yes! Abby Topham into double figures.
Abby Topham, great contributor tonight. Awesome to see her make the layup and have 11 points.
And Olympus currently on a 6-1 run. They've gotten so much production from Brooklyn Davies, Mary Sheets, and Abby Topham. 24 combined points between the backcourt of Davies and Sheets, and then Topham with 11 down low. A quiet night for Alyssa Blank, only 6 points, but Olympus getting the job done, up by 13. Calvin, what are you seeing from this Olympus squad?
This Olympus squad is just able to score and outdoing East. East struggling a bit, not able to score points and just letting the Olympus Titans run away with this game.
And this is your time if you're the Leopards. 5:09 to go. You have to score the basketball. You have to get stops. You have to cut this lead to single digits. Lee dumps in to Puletau. 3 on the way for Tarver, no good. And Alyssa Blank throws it ahead to Davies, who will bring it up. We'll get a double dribble on Brooklyn Davies. Confusion from the Olympus bench, but it'll be East basketball nonetheless. Mia Tarver dumps in high post, gets it back. Another hard screen on Davies. Shot no good, and it's Olympus ball. Blank ahead to Baker, working on Puletau. Gets inside, layup, good! Oh, Joss Baker! What a finish!
Joss Baker breaking out tonight. 10 points so far in this game.
Mia Tarver with it. Deep, pull up, 3, perfect! Mia Tarver! 7 triples for East, and they need more of that, and more of that in a hurry.
Exactly what you need from East.
Blank gets inside, goes up, dishes to Baker, floater, rolls out, and Mia Tarver rips away the rebound.
Last-ditch effort from the East Leopards.
Swings out, Tausinga, 3 on the way, banks home another one! And the lead is down to 9. Timeout, Coach Hunsaker. East going on a mini run to get this lead back under single digits. Can Olympus respond again? In the third quarter, East went on a 5-0 run to cut it to 2, and Olympus responded with a 7-0 run. Calvin, what are you trying to do here as Olympus on this next possession?
I think if you're Olympus, you just try to outsmart them and just score from the 3, just pull away from the East Leopards. Last time we did see Coach Hunsaker call a timeout when the East Leopards were on a run of 5-0 points.
Last time around, Mary Sheets walked out and hit a triple. Who will be the player this time? Titans break huddle, up by 9 with 3:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Sheets to inbound. Davies with it. She has 12 points tonight. Throws over to Sheets. Gets a pick from Baker. Looking inside to Baker, gets it to her. Baker jabs up on Lee, floats up and scores. And Josh Baker with 12 points on the night.
That's 4 Titans double digits in scoring.
Tarver's 3 off the rim, no good. And Josh Baker with a critical rebound. Alyssa Blank pushing ahead in transition. It's tied up by Tarver. That's going to be a foul on Tarver. Baseline send in coming for the Titans. Tuakoi checks in for East. Blank to inbound. Gets it into Baker under the basket. Layup rattles out. 11-point lead for the Titans. Tarver racing ahead for the Leopards. Gets inside, floats, won't go. Lots of contact, no call. Brooklyn Davies, Euro steps. The layup won't go down, and East takes it the other way. Tarver, wide open lane to the basket. Layup, good. And a 9-point game. Olympus on top.
East made the most of their opportunity there with the layup from Mia Tarver.
Brooklyn Davies with it. Ball tipped away and stolen by Tuakoi. And 2 players on the deck. Tuakoi on the ground in pain. She gets up. We hope she's all right. She's telling the trainer, I'm fine, I'm fine. The trainer's saying, no, you got to come out. We got to check you. So Adoni back in for the Leopards. Tarver hands to Tausinga. Step back, triple on the way. Can't bank that one home, and it's tipped off. Baker out of bounds. East ball with 2:08 to go. Down by 9. Puletau gets inside, swings to the corner to Lee. 3 on the way. They need this. Not even close, and Davies takes it the other way. The throw ahead to Baker. She mishandles the pass. Turnover Titans. East needs a bucket, and they need it in a hurry. Tausinga drives inside to the rim. Layup, no good.
Definitely not what you want if you're a part of the East squad.
Davies with it. Breaks the trap, swings into Tipoff. Blank drives on Tarver. Gets inside, floats, and scores. The BYU commit puts her up by 11. The Titans up big.
I think that will be what does it for the Titans moving on to quarterfinals. But like people say, it's not over till it's over.
1:24 to go, East. The only way I see you get this is you got to hit a 3 right out of the gate here, and then you got to get a quick stop. It's going to take some Olympus mistakes for this Leopards team to crawl their way back into this one. 54-44, Olympus. Another solid night, and their role players is who gets it done. Joss Baker with 12, Brooklyn Davies with 12, Mary Sheets with 12, and Abby Topham with 11. And Olympus, I think, has found their new go-to lineup with Baker, Sheets, Blank, Davies, and Topham.
When compared to other 5A teams in 5A, they usually have a 6, 7, 8 rotation. Not really much worried without A.V. Karen, but this is a really good 5 people.
Tarver's 3 on the way, no good. Davies with it. She'll cross the timeline and swing to Sheets. A minute to play here. They kick out to Baker. The pass is controlled by Blank. We're going to get a foul. And Blank on the ground, helped up by Tarver. East basketball. No foul again. Sorry, we couldn't see the ref signal. It'll be out of bounds. East basketball. Tausinga kicks to Puletau. Now Adoni, back to Tarver, working on Davies. It's a pick. Spins on Davies, can't find an opening. Swings out to Adoni. Resets Tausinga. 30 seconds to play in the second round playoff matchup. Puletau's 3 no good. Tausinga saves it in a hard bump with a cheerleader, and it'll be Olympus basketball.
Great job to East. They're not going to win this game, but I do applaud that they came out this strong. Definitely an underrated team coming into the playoffs.
Mary Sheets takes a lot of contact at the rim, and she'll go to the line for 2. And Puletau picks up the foul. That is her 5th. So she is fouled out of tonight's game. She played amazing, and I think that is a big what if. If she didn't get in foul trouble, this game would have been a lot closer. Sheets free throw rattles in. 56-44. Second free throw up and in for Mary Sheets. 14 points for her.
Looks like once again Mary Sheets is going to be the leading scorer against East.
Tarver deep 3, banks it home. Mia Tarver.
Great way to end the season for East. For the buzzer, that's it.
The final buzzer sounds. Olympus advances to the quarterfinals. This will be played at the University of Utah. 57-47, your final score. Calvin, your closing thoughts on tonight's game.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the girls basketball team just for putting on great games and just letting me and Mark and Jackson Bodley, our other commentator, just to be able to commentate these games. Also like to thank the student section for coming out and supporting the girls basketball team. They're really good. Yeah, I thought Olympus did everything right with the offense at the end to pull away from East. East just did not have it there at the end. I feel like the deciding factor was Coach Hunsicker taking the timeout like she did earlier in the game, and I think that's what really got Olympus focused on the game.
This will be our last girls basketball broadcast of the 2021-2022 season, and we have loved every minute of it. Huge shout out to Coach Hunsaker, the team, Alyssa Blank, Joss Baker, Mary Sheets, Brooklyn Davies, Sarah Stringham, Abby Topham, A.V. Karen, varsity players in particular, but the entire program. They've been so accepting and welcoming of us, and we are so grateful for them. Good luck at state, ladies, and go get that 5A title. That'll wrap up our broadcast tonight. We'd like to thank Mr. Miller and our whole crew for making this possible and their great work tonight. We'd like to thank Aaron Whitehead, our in-stadium announcer, and all his great work. And for the last time tonight, I'm Mark Schwartz alongside
Calvin Fuller.
And thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Have a great evening.
See ya.